All right, let's just get through this. The spin on this stupid photo is so stupid.
That mugshot situates Trump in a cultural context that I'm not sure his enemies may have anticipated. Now he joins Frank Sinatra. He joins Elvis Presley. He joins Johnny Cash and Tupac Shakur.
It was a sad day in America, but it was also a cool day in America.
This photo of Sinatra compared to that.
Oh, same thing.
Basically the same thing.
You know it's the same.
It's a handsome mugshot. My wife says he looks fierce. He looks hard.
Mr. President, it would honor me for you to my wife.
For people who hate cucks to then go on the air and be like, my wife is aroused by this hard man.
And I say this with a unblemished record of heterosexuality.
Unblemished, never even hugged a guy.
No experimenting in college whatsoever. No.
I would rather freeze to death outside in the Himalayas than use another man's body for warmth. Unblemished.
He looks good. And he looks hard.
And I'm hard.
I'm punching my down right now. I'm so straight yet turned on by this man.
You're not a patriot if you don't claim to be aroused by this photograph of this old man.
Jesse Waters' Chiron on Fox News is no homo.
Black Americans online, some of them are saying, I'm voting for Trump now.
Jesse Waters saying black Americans online are saying, because that's the only way he can reach them. That's the only way he interacts with black people is going to like blackamericans.com/I like Trump.
He only goes to Charles Payne's Twitter account.
He goes to Charles Payne.
The mugshot has breathed new life into the Trump campaign and broadened his appeal to black Americans. Today, my garbage man told me he's buying mugshot t-shirts for everyone he knows this Christmas.
Jesse Waters running out of his like $9 million condo or house to talk to the garbage man to be like, don't you think the Trump mugshot is insane?
Wouldn't you like to make Christmas t-shirts for everyone? Can I say that you said that?
I won't use your name because you're not real.
Yeah, it just like doesn't even seem like a real story to begin with.
There's no way it could happen. Let's figure out how much time would have to pass to have a conversation with a garbage man that leads to this topic. Garbage men are driving through the street, sometimes not braking, grabbing trash and throwing it in the back and moving on. They hang off the side so that they can go as fast as possible. They're not stopping to talk about politics with anyone, let alone the Waters World guy.
And it presumes that they would know who Jesse Waters is, that they're like, hey, this is a topic I can mention to you, man.
Right. Either the garbage man brought it up, which is so implausible that we can just move past it, or Jesse Waters was being racist and ran up to him and was like, hey, you're the first black person I've seen in a month. What do you think of the Trump mugshot?
In general, just like presuming that the only way to appeal to the black community is through crime.
Garbage and crime.
2024.
Because the Republicans have been so squeaky clean before this.
He is now seen by non-political folks as a rebel, an outsider with swagger. And as one black lady I spoke with earlier today here in New Orleans said, Trump's a gangster.
Oh my gosh.
First of all, did Pee Wee Herman die and come back a conservative hack on Fox?
The word of the day is gangsta.
And also non-political folks.
Okay.
NPFs, a classic NPF. Maybe that alleged black lady was saying to him, Trump is a gangster. Like he is running a crime family. He should be in jail.
A hard R gangster.
Yeah.
I spoke on Friday night, at the Reawaken tour out in Las Vegas. The people that actually struck me the most were not people in attendance. It was the security guards at the event. African-American men came up to me. They go, hey, man, we're never voting for that other guy. We get all of this stuff.
They could not find better ways to prove that the only time they interact with black people is when they're paid staff.
They were not attendees.
Local black worker at Klan rally speaks to Republicans. They're so happy to like brag about interactions with black people as if they like somehow survived it. Like they were like, I just spoke to a black person and I got out. Like it was intense, but here I am.
The motorcade for Donald Trump went through some of the seedier, parts of town where he was, cheered by African American communities.
Finally, Trump is aligning with the values of black community, which is crime. Like, what?
The people who live in these seedy, disgusting, crime-filled parts of town are loyal Trump supporters who are wonderful patriots.
We're starting to wish we haven't gerrymandered the out of all these communities.
I've seen interesting comments, specifically, especially from black men who say, well, the system's been used against us for years.
They can relate.
They too have sometimes felt they've been unfairly targeted by the criminal justice system.
The police have harassed them. They're now watching the government harass Trump.
Fox has gone full ACAB. Pigs in a blanket, fry them like bacon.
That's pretty good.
There's that old Republican mantra of just comply with authorities unless they're election authorities, and then you strike a pose.
I'm going to side with a guy who has the guts to stand there and take the beating and keep coming.
Jesus Christ, they're just comparing Trump to anyone who's actually suffered from police brutality when he himself has endorsed police brutality.
These thugs being thrown into the back of a paddy wagon. I said,
Please don't be too nice to me. Beat me up.
Holy shit, Gleep.
And they're pointing to the mugshot saying, look, we've been saying this all along. We've been getting what Trump's, the treatment Trump's getting now all along.
You know, they've been dealing with this for a long time.
Is Don Jr. suddenly supporting BLM? Is this what has turned him? Suddenly,
These guys have been putting up with this for years. No one's been talking about this. The long mistreated and abused swath of African Americans in this country whose struggle we have routinely denied. And if we even acknowledge it, it's only to briefly note it as a footnote because we exist solely to reduce their impact on American culture to an insignificant amount. They're great now. It's actually real. That whole thing was real, and it's what the president's going through.